going to do them. All right, we can go ahead and get started. Warn everybody at home. Hopefully you can still hear me. All right, so you're gonna step open nice and wide. So if you want, you can turn, if in the studio, you can turn sideways on your mat. You can certainly do that at home too, so your feet stay on your mat if that's more comfortable. Just turn so everyone can see. So a wide second, so your toes are pointing out. So do some squats coming up and down. Just gonna go down, arms come about shoulder height. And as you stand, then come in arms about shoulder height, bring them down. So you're really pressing through your heels as you stand up. Your navel's drawing in. You don't have to go to your deepest lunge, right? It's the warm up. Take it gentle. It's very early. Let your hips warm up a little bit. Gentle with your arms, no weights. Just coming up and down. Just a couple more times. All right, one more time, going down and back up, standing up. You're gonna keep the wide stance, turn your toes forward. So you take a fold. So you're gonna inhale, reach your arms up. Then you exhale and fold all the way down. Depending on how you're feeling, that might be at your thighs where you grab. You might be at your calves. You might be able to bring your hands to the floor. Really press into your feet. Little tiny bend in your knees. Tilting over your pelvis and in your sit bones up. So you are trying to feel a stretch on the back of your legs. Right? It doesn't have to be intense. We want it to still feel good. This is the warm up. Don't blow all the work right here. Let your head be heavy. Just stretching out the whole back of your body. And then with your next inhale, you're going to walk your hands over to your right foot, grab your foot, or again, if you're up a little higher, you're on your shin, maybe you're at your thigh. Just find an extra little stretch, pressing a little bit more into your left foot. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then with your next inhale, you're going to walk your hands back through center, all the way over to your left foot, grabbing a little pull. Stepping a little bit more into your right heel. Yeah. And relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Breathing nice and steady. And your next inhale comes back through your center. Folding again with your exhale. And then softening your knees as you walk your heel toe, your feet back together. And then bend your knees, and as you inhale, very slowly round up. Keep your knees bent. There's a little push up, coming all the way up. You can turn to face the center of the room. We're going to start with shoulders. You will not be putting your arms down the entire time for shoulders. So you might want to keep that in mind if you decided to use weights, because I'd rather you be able to hold your arms up the whole time than have to set down your weights, because that's coming out of it. So, but it's a lot. So just keep that in mind. So you're going to come to your goalpost arms. So whether that's elbows straight out from your shoulders, or if you need a little bit in, you try to get your elbows at your shoulder height. Right? So starting off with just a couple of shrugs. So just shrugging up and up and up. All right, so it's really sliding shoulder blades up and back down. Trying to keep your focus so it's not lifting your hands up, it's taking your shoulders up and down. Soft knees, toes pointing straight ahead. All right, just coming up and down for 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come up, hold, release, shrug, hold, release, shrug, hold, release, shrug, hold, release. So 4 more, shrug, hold, release, 3 more, shrug, hold, release, 2 more, shrug, hold, release. Last one, shrug, hold, release. So you've got your goalpost arm still. Take your right arm, and you're going to reach up and squeeze back down. Up, squeeze down. Reaching up, squeeze down. So I'm trying to keep the focus in your shoulder. Don't let your left arm drop. Going up and down. So we've got 3, 2. Last one, right to your left arm. So your left arm comes up, squeeze down, up and down, up, down. You're really squeezing your shoulder blade at the back. So find that pinching in. Like that same, if you were doing both, be squeezing a piece of paper between your shoulder blade. 2, 1, and then going right into both. So both arms come up, squeeze back down, stop at shoulder height, That's where it's going to happen. You're going to start to drop down. So you just to shoulder, reach up and squeeze, reach and squeeze, keeping your navel drawing in, little bit in your knees so you don't lock out. Yeah. 3, 2, last one. You're at your goalpost, and then you're going to straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. So that the squeeze between your shoulder blades as you go in and out. So you're trying to not do too much in your biceps. Keep your shoulders engaged. And then 2. Last one back at your 90. And you're going to come in and open. Yep. In and open. You're moving through mud both ways, really fighting the in and squeezing your shoulder blades together as you open. In and open. In and open. We got 3, 2, last one. So you're framing your face, little shrugs up and up and up. And focus in your shoulders, not your fingers trying to reach the sky. Soften your knees, shrug up. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders are down. You reach your arms and bend. Reach and bend. Try to keep your arms in line with your shoulders. So you might have to, if you're here, you can look around, see if your elbows start to drop down below your shoulders and lift them back up. That's where the work is. If it's not awful, you're not doing it. You got 3, 2, and it's kind of 1. So your arms are straight out. You're going to open up, spin your thumbs down, and then rotate back. So use your shoulders, rotate your thumbs down and back. So in your V shape, it's not all the way out. It's a little more of a V as you rotate and back. And it's your shoulders. So if you're feeling a little tighter, your thumbs might be pointing straight ahead. They might not point down. So don't make that the goal. Make it that your shoulders are doing the work, whatever that is for you this morning. Right? It might get a little bigger as you go, but you're not rotating your wrists around. Right? It's one movement. We got 3, 2, 1. Thumbs are down. Shrug up and up and up. Last little bit of shoulders. And then at least we get to move on to something else. Shrug it up and up and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release your arms. Roll it out. If you'd like to pick up your weights for your biceps, you're welcome to. Ooh, one little quick one, a lot. So bring your palms face out. So instead of just at the outside of your body, you're going to draw them in a little bit more. I'll move this while I do these. All right. So you're in a little bit more. So it's not out here. It's like if you can, the backs of your hands are about at your thighs. Not so much you're rolled in. Right. So you got to find your Goldilocks spot. All right. So you got your weights, and it's all the way up, all the way down, real slow. So you're squeezing up and fighting the down. Like somebody's pulling your arms, or you have one of those resistance bands. You accidentally grabbed the red band today and you're going, oh, why is this so awful? Really hard. You feel your muscle going as you go down as well. It's not just a let go, right? Both ways. So we got 3, 2, 1. And now we're just going to go halfway down. So you're up at the top and you're going to go halfway and squeeze back up. Halfway and squeeze back up. Light grip on your weights. So if you're really holding them tight, go lighter today. Pick a different one. Halfway down. So try to make sure you stop at the 90. If you take a look for a moment. I'm down 90. 3, 2, 1. You're at your 90, and now you're gonna go all the way down. So really straighten your arms and squeeze back to 90. All the way down, squeeze to 90. So just stop at 90, all the way down, 90. So forearms stay parallel with the ground when you come up. Yep. All the way down, 90. All the way down, 90. All right, so we got 3, 2, 1. So you're at your 90. You're just gonna turn your arms out, and all the way up, all the way down. So this whole thing, again, with your arms turned out. So you're trying to hug your elbows towards your body. Hopefully you're already feeling a little shake. My biceps are shaking. All the way up. Make sure you go all the way down. That's where we kind of get stuck. We don't go all the way down. So it's all the way up, all the way down. Nice and slow. So you feel it engage. 4, 3, 2, last 1. So now same thing, right? Just go to 90 and back up. 90 and back up. You have to take a look around, just making sure you're stopping at the 90. You're hardly releasing at all. There's still a big flex to 90. 3, 2, last 1, and going all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, halfway up. Make sure you extend all the way. Find the eccentric contraction, drawing down. You're really fighting the down, keeping your muscles working, going down, all the way, halfway up. 3, 2, last 1, stay at 90, and little pulses. We're gonna end with some pulses. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You still that turned out position. 3, 2, 1, and release. Roll them out a little bit. Going onto your triceps, so either lighter weights or no weights. Move it a little bit. All right, feet parallel, pointing straight ahead. You're gonna bend your knees, sit back a little bit. Keep your sternum lifted up, so top part of your chest, so not your chest, top part of your chest stays lifted. Reaching through your crown, so your gaze is a little forward. But you're gonna start with your palms facing each other with skiers. So you're coming back, 1 forward, 1 back. Really squeeze the back arm at the tricep. And being really careful, you might even start with a smaller range of motion to make sure that you're not spinning around. Right? There's nothing that moves. So you started off slow, we got several. And the squeeze at the back of the arm. Keep skiing along. Gaze is a little forward, so it's still on the ground, but it's ahead of you. All right, after the count, we're gonna turn these into swimmers. So you'll turn your palms up, all right? So 3, 2, you're gonna keep moving. 1, just turn your palms up. So you got the back of the hand, the front back of the hand comes up, and the one behind you, palm is up. Okay, so turn, Bailey, turn both palms down. That way, yep. So you're swimming with it, and then again, still being careful that you're not starting to actually move around. And a little squeeze on the back one. All right. 3, 2, last 1. Taking both arms back. You're gonna lift up as high as you can. So your palms are facing the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back. Find your challenge as high as you can get your arms, and then lift up and up. So you're already as high as you think you can get, and then you're gonna lift up a little higher. So it's not much of a release. It's really the lift, 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 lift. And you're focusing through your tricep. Don't fling your hands up. Lift, light grip on your weight. We've got 3, 2, 1, and then you're squeezing in. So you're up as high as you can as you squeeze in, 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 in. Squeeze, keep breathing. All right, and we're gonna put them together after the count. We got 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna lift up, squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in, lift up, in. Just 3 more. Up, in, 2 more, up, in, last one, up, in, and release. Stand it up, place them down, move your shoulders around. Really big, so you're gonna open way out, then squeeze way in, so you're at the front of your chest, back, right, back. All right, then you're gonna bring your right arm across your body, drop your shoulder away from your ear, drop your head down towards your hand, just stretching out your arm, your shoulder, your neck. So standing up nice and tall. And even in the stretches, we keep the foundation. All right, then a couple of swings. And then your left arm comes across, drop your shoulder, drop your head. Stretch on your neck, your shoulder. And then a couple of swings again. Taking that right arm up and over. So it's not just holding your elbow, you're pressing into right below your elbow. So you're actually feeling the stretch. That's the whole point of this, right? You're gonna feel the stretch on the front of your arm, down your side a little bit. And if you'd like, you can even lean over to your left. Whole body, so if you lean over, step a little stronger into your right foot. You're coming up, reach, bend your left elbow, same thing, give it a little pull. Lifting up, pulling, and maybe lean over to the side. Coming up, just stretch it out. And you're gonna reach your arms behind you. So you're gonna grab your hands, your thumb pads are gonna touch. That's what I'm trying to do. Thumb pads touching, it's not this one. Grab your thumb pads and then pull down. You're pressing down. So your elbows are still pointing away from you. You're not locked out, especially if you're hyperextender like me. Be real careful. Keep your elbows pointing away. Yeah. A little pull. All right, and go ahead and release that. We'll get ready for our thigh work. So you're gonna come to your bar. If you have a bar. If you don't have a bar, you're gonna stand with your back to your support, or it could be on the side, right? Or you can also do this right here. If you're at the bar, you're gonna come back pretty far. You're not leaning on it. So there's still a little bit of space between you and the bar. Hands are here to support you. Soft knees, your navel's in, lift, reach, right? Challenge would be hands on your hips the whole time. So you come to first position, heels together, toes turned out. Step your right foot forward, and it's turned out. So your thighs are already facing the sky. Soften your standing knee, and then you lift up and down, up and down. So you're using your thigh to lift up and the pull from your inner thigh. And it's not your knee, it's not your toes lifting up. It doesn't have to be big, right? You want to be nice and tall. You want to keep it focused in your thighs, so whatever that looks like for you. Right? So there's no swaying, your back stays long. You're just lightly supported by your bar. You have to grip it, don't go so high. Right, stay set, it's settle. All right, 2. Last one, you're gonna stay up, and then a little lifts up. So you're really pulling. You got that like a puppet string. Pulling, relax your foot a little bit. So it's not your toes lifting, your thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften your standing knee. So you're gonna reach through your right toes, a little bend. Reach, little bend. And it's more about the reaching away from your thigh out to your big toe. Little bend to release, reach. We got 3, 2. Last one, hold for 5, 4. Lift up, 3, 2, and release it down. Ooh, shake that one out a little bit. Coming back, first position. Roll your shoulders back. So it's always all core. You've got your suspenders on, your corset on, your abs are engaged the whole time. Step your left foot forward, do it forward, and turned out, so you're using your thigh. Coming up and down. It's a very light touch down. It's not like you're not slamming it down. It's not a big rest, just a very light touch. That's gonna keep you working a little bit more too, having to controlling the down with the light touch, and up, and up, All right, 5, 4, and keep focus here. 3, not your knee or your calf. 2, last one, hold up. Little lifts, relax your foot. You don't even have to really worry about pointing it. Stay in your thigh. Lift, soften your standing knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up. Reach, little bend. Reach. You're lengthening your inner thigh muscles. Reach. Reach. Stay lifted, not sinking into your standing leg. About both legs at the same time. 3, 2, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Wiggle it out. You're gonna turn around to face your bar or your support at home, getting ready for lunges. So however you'd like to do this at home. Again, you could also be doing this with your hands on your hips. So you step your left foot back, and you might even just take a real quick measurement, right knee over your right ankle, left knee underneath your left hip. A lot of times that back leg wants to go way back. So you want to have it underneath, right? Underneath your, and then once you've got yours, you're gonna stand up, roll your shoulders back, wrap your hips so they're both squared off. Shoulders back, navel in, and you're gonna go all the way down as low as you can and come back up. All the way down, and you're sitting back a little bit into the back leg. And it's not a lean forward at all. And as you come down, your right knee stays on top of your right ankle. It does not come diving forward. Sitting back helps with that. Coming down and up. And just keep going down and up. And down and up. All right. You got 3, 2, last one. Now you're gonna lift your right heel and same thing, come down and up with your right heel up. If you can't lift the right heel up, that's fine, you just keep going. Maybe your right heel just hovers off the mat. Coming down, find a little sit back. So you're really feeling your left quad right now. Right. If you're not, sit back more. All right, 3, 2, last one. So we're gonna combine. So you're gonna drop your heel, lunge, come down, come up, lift your heel, come down. Just taking turns. Down, lift your heel, come down, drop your heel, come down, lift your heel, come down. Last time, drop your heel, come down. One more lift, come down, come halfway up, and then low pulses. So in your challenge, sit back a little bit onto your back leg. Your quad isn't burning. Sit back further. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop and come up. Woo. Move it around as you get ready for the next side. So now your right leg steps back. And you might take a moment, get your measurements so your knees stay in the right places. You come up, roll your shoulders back, square your hips off. Then you come down as low as you can and up. Right? It's your challenge. Wherever you're working at today, wherever your range of motion is, don't sacrifice your form just to come down. If you're coming down, you're falling over every time, that's not it. Come a little bit lower or stay up a little higher so you're nice and tall and you're working more effectively. We got 3, 2, 1. Lift your front heel, same thing. Come down and up, down and up. For some reason, I have a hard time straightening my front leg once my heel comes up. So remember to straighten your leg. Give it a break. You're coming down and up. 3, 2, 1. So now you drop your heel, come down, lift your heel, come down, drop and down, lift and down. You can sit back on your back leg a little bit. Lift your heel, drop. Lift, drop, last drop. All right, lift your heel, come down, halfway up, little pulses, little pulses. The last little bit of this. We can make it through it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, drop. Shake it out. Oh, move it around. Oh, yeah, all those little. All right, you're gonna step your right heel, right foot forward. It's a stretch. Yay! Press your heel into the ground, and you inhale. As you exhale, you fold over. And as you do this, you're really focusing on reaching your right sit bone away. All right, so you want to stretch out. If you just kind of fold over it, you're probably not going to feel anything. So press into your heel, reach your sit bone, and tilt over your pelvis. It's really stretching out the back of your leg that you just worked very hard. If you have something to hold on to, you can even drop into it a little bit. I feel a nice little stretch in my back. All right, your next inhale, start to come up. You're gonna grab your right foot when you come up, draw your knee back in, kick your foot into your hand. You're still form here, right? Lifting up. You're still nice and tall. It's not, kick your foot in, stretch out the front of your leg. If you want, you can turn it into your dancer, either grabbing from the outside still, or I like to flip to the inside. Come over. Come back down, and then switch feet. So now your left heel comes forward. Press in, inhale, lengthen first. Exhale, and you fold. And you might soften your knees and then press, reach your sit bone away. Get the stretch. And maybe your hands can come to the ground, but it doesn't matter where you touch if you don't feel any stretch, and it wasn't worth it, right? It's about the stretch. Releasing down into it. And then your inhale brings you up, and as you come up, you grab your left foot. Draw your knee back in. It doesn't have to touch, but it's not, open to the side. Roll your shoulders back, kick your foot into your hand, lift up. So there's a little reach of your crown and tail away again. All right, then maybe you come over, maybe you switch to the inside. So you're a dancer. Challenge, lift your arm off the bar, and bring your foot down. Pedal it out a little bit. Getting it ready for booty work. You're gonna come to first position to start out. All right, so roll your shoulders back, and you're a little bit close to your bar or your support, so I don't want you reaching for it. So you stay nice and tall. All right. Navel, chest, crown. Take your right foot, tendu, step it back behind you. So there's a diagonal from your left heel to your right toe. So it's off behind you. All right, roll your shoulders back again, working your back glutes. So you're coming up and down. Not a big lift because it's glutes. Anytime it's a glutes, it's usually pretty small, especially if we're standing tall. So you really want to be careful that you don't start to lean over to your left side. Stay up tall, lift, and down. And focusing on the back glute. Woo. Keeping a little soft bend in your standing knee. So you got 2, 1, so you're up, little lift. Right. Find the glute, squeezing. Your back glute, upper hamstring. That's where the focus is. Soften your standing knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna flex your foot. So you still have that angle, right? Now you're gonna lift up and lower. This is where you start to lean, so come back. Nice and tall. I'm doing it too. Come back nice and tall. So you're lifting using your heel. You have some outer. You're reaching through your heel now. Still think kind of drawing your sit bones together so you don't flare out your hips. Navel's in. All right, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up. Bend your knee and then kick it out. Reach through your heel. Upper leg doesn't move. Kick through your heel. All right, kick. Stand up tall. Kick. Unlock your standing knee. all these things. Right. 2, once your knee's bent, you're going to point your toe, and then using your outer glute, you're going to lift up. All right, so lift, 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 lift. Don't fall over. Lift, lift. You got it. Just 3, 2, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pedal it out. Woo. Moving around a little bit. And go ahead and just take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Okay, little stretch. Seated. 4. You got something to pull on, you can just drop into it. Reach your hips back. Flex your foot. All right, and come up. A couple more pedals. Come back to your, so get up close to your support. First position, so you're turned out. Draw in, lift, reach. Left foot steps back behind you. So you have a diagonal from your heel to your toe. All right, and then you lift up and down, up and down. And using your glute. Doesn't have to be big. You might come 1 inch, 2 inches off your mat. That's fine. If you can feel your glute doing the work, then you're doing it right. It does not need to be big. If you start getting really big, it's going to be your thigh doing it. We already worked those. We're done. So stay with it. And your back glute, upper hamstring for 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Little lifts. Little lifts. Yeah. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it up. Lift, lift, lift without sinking into your standing leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. You come down and then lift up, down, and lift, down, lift. Be careful. And this one, gotta come back. I know, start trying to get real big and I'm falling over. Make it smaller. Bigger isn't better. Better is better. Okay. Find the length, the reach. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, staying up. Bend your knee, reach through your heel. Bend your knee, reach through your heel. Bend, reach. Careful you're not locking your knee. Reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. With it bent, point your toe, and then come back to your side glute and lift up and up and up, 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 and lift. So your knees still back behind your standing leg. Keep lifting for 4, 3, 2, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way around. Cross your ankle over your knee, flex your foot, sit back. Oh. Sit into it. Reach it. All right, you're stand up. So instead of taking our feet up onto the bar, we'll just keep them on the ground today. So you're gonna step open wide. Your right toes are gonna point the same direction as your chest. Make your left toes point to the left. So you're gonna have your left hand on your left leg. So it's basically triangle pose. Draw your sit bones together. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, tilt over your left leg. You want to have both straight and sit bones drawing in navel. So you can either be a triangle or you can reach your right arm over your head. You can have a little extra stretch along the side. And then your next inhale comes up. You're gonna step. So now your right toes are pointing the same as your left. Hips are squared. You can either inhale, reach up and fold, or keep your hands on your hips. Take a breath in and exhale. Fold over and push into your heels. Reach your sit bones away. So you're stretching out the back of the leg, inner thigh, whatever that looks like. Keep your right hip wrapping forward. Square it off. right, your next inhale slowly comes back up. Just spinning through. Now your left toes point the same direction as your chest, and your right toes point up. You might need to adjust so you're still heel to heel. Right. Right hand on your leg. Inhale, reach your left arm. Exhale, just tilt over. Push into your feet. Try to feel the back of your right leg, inner thigh. If you're not, make a little adjustments. Press in, draw your sit bones together. Another inhale comes up. You're gonna step out to the side a little bit. Now your left toes pointing straight too. Inhale, square your hips. Exhale, fold. Whatever your fold is, whether it's here, maybe you're using your bar, you'd rather turn around to your bar. You're coming all the way down to the ground. Right. Doesn't matter where you touch, it's about stretching out your legs without locking your knees. Inhale, and you're gonna come back up, spin back around, coming down for a core. So you're gonna grab here, you're gonna grab your ball, and before, stuck to the wall. And before you come down in the studio, you're gonna get your strap at the center of your bar so you can grab that too. Okay. And if, at home, if you don't have a ball, you don't have to use a ball. You can squeeze your thighs. You can, if you have a block, you could even be squeezing a block. All right, so coming here, you're gonna have your ball between your knees. Before I lay down, so when you grab your strap up at the top, then you're just gonna open your arms out to the side like a V. You're not bringing them forward. It's just a little forward, right? But your arms are straight, so that's why you wanna grab up nice and tall with straight arms, and then a little forward out. All right, then before you do anything, you put your suspenders on, so your upper and lower abdominals draw together. Then you put your corset on, draw everything in. It's very important. So you take a breath in, and then with your exhale, imprint your low back onto your mat. All right, I'm gonna turn this way. And so if you are at home and you don't have a strap, you can also have your hands behind your head just to give yourself a little support. All right, so you got your back imprinted. So now you're gonna take your legs to tabletop. So your knees are right over your hips. Take another breath in, exhale again, and print your low back. All right, and you got your suspenders, your corset, your abs are super engaged. So now you're just squeezing your ball. Squeeze in, in, in. And so if you don't have one, you can still squeeze, 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 squeeze. Just a little different. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing your ball really tight. Flex your feet, point your toes. Flex your feet, point. So you're not just holding your ball between your knees. You're gonna keep going. You're squeezing the ball, drawing your abdominals in. You're still working your whole core from your feet through the inner legs, up to your chest. All right, 3 on the flex. 2, last 1, you stay flexed, squeeze your ball. Now you're gonna lift your hips. You tilt up. So you can also grab your mat if you have one at home. Keep your arms down, so you lift up and up, more like you're lifting your knees to the sky than tilting necessarily towards your face. So Trisha, take your knees a little further that way. Yep, that's over your hips. Yep, right there. So now lift up. Yeah. All right. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Now from here, you're gonna straighten your legs either all the way up, the 3/4, or if you need to keep them at 90, then that's fine. If you can straighten them, you do that, and it's the same set again. So you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can either hold your strap, you can hold the sides of your mat if that would be better. Just get your elbow or your shoulders away from your ears. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeezing your ball. Flex your feet, point your toes. You got your suspenders, corset. Just double check. You still have everything. Your low back is imprinted. If you can't feel your back on the mat anymore, stop what you're doing. Take a breath, exhale, and print. Start over. Right? Do not compromise your back for your core work. Not helpful. Right, flex, point for 3, 2, 1. So if you're not flexed, flex your feet. And it's that same, you're lifting up and up and up and up. Try to tilt, you're losing those lower abdominals to lift up and up and up and up as you squeeze your ball for 3, 2, 1, and rebend your knees back to your table. Knees are over your hips. So you can either still be holding your strap, you take your hands behind your head, we're gonna crunch. So squeeze your ball tight and then crunch in and crunch and crunch. So now it's your upper abdominals, right? Drawing you up, so it doesn't have to be a lot. So what your range is, whether it's just barely coming off your shoulders, really trying to reach and lift your shoulder blades off your mat. 3, 2, last 1, and release. Place your feet down, take your ball away. Whew. And you're gonna come over onto your hands and your knees. Ooh. All right. So here, if you can, your straight arms and straight legs. If that doesn't work, maybe you can do forearms and straight legs. If that's also not right, forearms and knees, right? We're gonna be stepping out to the side. Close all the places you can be. So get set up. If you straighten your arms, don't lock your elbows. Make sure your elbow eyes are facing each other. Draw your navel in. Step your right foot out and back in. Left foot out and back in. Right, in. So you're only going as far as you can without anything else moving. If your knees are on the ground, that's great. You come in and you straighten it out, bring it in, straighten it out, bring it in. Just working at different places. Nothing is less. Just modifications to keep you safe and keep the work effective, right? All right, 2 more each side. So 2 on your right, left, last 1 on your right, last 1 on your left. If your knees are up, bring them down. A couple cows and cats. Just relax, hands and knees. Inhale, reach your crown and tail. Exhale, round over. Inhale and reach. Exhale and around. Once more. Inhale, reach your crown and tail. Exhale, round it over. Inhale, neutral. You can come into just a cross-legged pose for a little stretch. So nothing fancy with the legs, just cross-legged. You take your left hand onto your right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, lift up, shoulders drop away. Exhale, twist a little more. There's a little press of your hand into your knee, but don't force it. This is the part that feels good. Relax your hips. Breathe. Your next inhale slowly comes through center. Right hand goes to your left knee as your left hand goes behind. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, spiral a little bit more. Inhale brings you back to center. Sit nice and tall. Take 1 breath in. So big inhale in and out. Thank you, ladies, for coming. Thank you for joining at home today. Get everybody their wipes. Right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye. See you next time.